Hello, good morning, hello. What I wanted to say first before I forget, the shadow, the Jungian shadow, the inner child and the Jungian shadow. Look at this beautiful weather. It's gray, it's winter time. I'm saying ironically beautiful or sarcastically. I never can tell the two of those apart. I think it's sarcastic. But what I wanted to say was shadow. What an amazing thing. What an amazing thing. World, life. You can probably tell by my mood that I've been to the gym. However, it's just another proof that, before I go to the gym, let's take the example of the gym. Before I go to the gym, I'm thinking of all the people from my childhood, because I see a lot of people from my childhood at the gym now. They're all grown up men, buff as and just recently I've heard that people that have very masculine outside have really feminine inside, so their animus, their spirit, their soul, and is very feminine, it's very kind. And seriously, when I either something changed in the air, something changed in me, some perspective changed, that I'm going to these places thinking I'm gonna face some difficulties, somebody's gonna run into me and be like, yo, watch where you're going, or something like that. And it's like, it doesn't happen. Actually, what happens is the exact opposite, because I have been doing the work. I think I've been looking into the shadow, and I've been realizing that most of those thoughts, those ideas, somehow, some magical way, are me. And it's the hardest thing to accept, that shadow is mine. It's not what reality tells me. The reality tells me that everything is great, like you're on a good path. People I don't know are smiling to me, as long as I look at them. Sometimes I'm like a bit wary of who I'm looking at, because they'll think maybe this guy's crazy, but it's not them, it's me. I'm the one that's thinking all these things. I'm the one that's negative. I'm the one that needs to, delete this out of my system, and somehow, just to be, how to not get affected by other people's shadow, because other people can be like, but there you go, I'm talking about other people again. One of the main things is to talk about yourself, so I'm straight away thinking about other people, and I think it's something to do with trauma and past experiences, when I'm projecting something straight away onto other people, and I'm creating that reality, but what I wanted to say was, that inner child, he's not taken care of, as long as he's not taken care of, as long as we're whipping him, like this morning I was like, you gotta go. I had a little chat, I had a little active imagination session, and I was talking to my inner child, and actually my inner child was telling me to kind of calm down, to take it easy, because sometimes it seems like I switch places with my inner child. Like my ego becomes the child, and maybe the ego is the child, actually. And you know, my inner self, my inner being became like more sort of the mature one. So it's so hard to believe that that shadow is you, you know, that the evil that's being projected. Sometimes I'm thinking, like, you know, is all the evil in the world just a big creation of our own negativity, and some evil forces are spreading the news, spreading, you know, I mean, for sure there's evil in the world, I'm not denying it, you know, when they're showing videos of people being, you know, killed and being bombed and stuff, you know, like I don't doubt that that's like the highest level of evil. But I'm sure that there's other people that keep creating this negative vibe just because it's easier to be negative than to be positive, you know? Like, I don't know, maybe that's the message for today. It's easier to be negative than to be positive. Like, the main thing I wanted to say was, like, I was amazed that, you know, what I think before I go to whatever, to a party, to a place, to a cafe, to a gym, you know, and what actually happens there is two different things. You know, if I'm thinking that it's gonna be really bad, it usually is really good. If I'm thinking that it's gonna be super good, it usually is not that good, you know? So it's like, well, I don't know about the latter, but the former is definitely true. You know, I paint a worse of a picture in my head, and how do you not paint that picture? And to me is to paint an actual picture, to actually make a drawing of something. It's crazy because you also have to be very gentle with yourself. You can't be like, I can feel the pain in my neck because I have, I don't know, I have a trauma or something in my neck, you know, and one side of my neck is longer than the other. So, and I have this habit of bending my head this way. So one side of my neck is longer than the other, like this side is longer. So it always keeps hurting. I have this tingling pain in there, and I'm like, how do I get rid of it? Maybe I should start drawing with my left hand. But it's because I keep pushing myself very, very far. Like, all these things I'm saying to you is I'm saying this to myself. I'm a regular dude, you know, like the more I live, the more I realize I'm really regular. At first, I was thinking that I'm very like special, but we are all special. We are all special beings, and we don't realize that. We think, oh, look at him, like, oh, he's so amazing, or like, look at her, oh, she's so beautiful, and or like we're jealous, you know, like, oh, like, wish I had that, you know, how come does he have that? That's just like our negativity or our positivity about ourselves, you know. If we think somebody is, you know, angry or something, I'm the angry one, you know, like I'm the angry one, and it's so hard to accept that I'm the angry one. It's easier said than done. Like I'm saying it, and I'm like, wow, well, I get it, I understand it, then why don't I just apply it? Like, how do you apply it? How do you apply that? How do you take it like a filler and apply it to a crack, you know? Like, how can I do it? Maybe I can write about it. Maybe I'll write about it today. I'll go have a coffee and write about it and make a video for you about it. how do I apply what I know to what I do? Because you kind of have to just be like this happy-go-lucky kind of like, but you can't really, because you have a brain and your brain is complex, and then the brain is telling you to like, no, go here or do this. Like, I was happy-go-lucky. I ended up an addict, like, once an addict, always an addict. Like, you get addicted to different things. First you're addicted to people, then you're addicted to being happy-go-lucky, then you're like, we're all addicts, really. We all have different, you know we all have different addictions. Somebody's like, I'm not an addict, like, I don't use drugs, I don't. Yeah, but I bet you have some kind of activity that you can't live without. Like, maybe you're saying sorry too much, or maybe you're thanking for everything, or maybe you have to sit on a bench for 10 minutes a day in order to feel better, and that everything goes away. Or, like, we have all these systems that nobody is trauma-less, I think is nobody is like without trauma. So think about it. Let me know if you have anything to add. Please do. And I will share more when I have more. I guess I'm repeating myself a lot in these videos, but so what? Maybe I need to repeat it until I get it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the whole life's achievement, when you become whole, when you integrate, when you realize that when you integrate all of these things, when you are able to not be negative, maybe, when you understand everything like to the fullest, and then you fly off. Maybe that's when you're complete and you can die happily. Maybe that's what this life is about. Once you don't have any troubles, any issues, maybe that's when when you're complete, you're whole, you're holy. Semantics is really interesting to me. Numbers really interest me. And follow your interests, because they will lead you to where you need to go. Like, any little interest. Like, I have problems with food. Like, I think I don't take care of myself enough in terms of food. Like, I need to eat better. Like, I need to cook food for myself. Like, that's probably my new goal. Like, I cook food, but I have like 2 dishes, 3 dishes maybe that I always do, and that's not enough. Like, for me, that's not enough. I need to do more. So anyway, thanks for listening, and as always, let peace be upon this earth. Come on, guys, we got this. You've got this. You've got this. If you listen this far, just know that you're one of those people that finish what they start. At least listening to my stuff, at least listening to regular people. If you can listen to regular people, then you can listen to, masters. And maybe regular people are the ones that are the real masters. I always thought, like, those people that do odd jobs their whole life, like, I'm always amazed, like, how can you do that? Like, you're a master, you must be a master at what you do. So let's become masters at whatever we do. Just enjoy whatever you're doing, so that you can do it easily and flawlessly. Take care.